Hey there, how's it going? Welcome back to our Fate EXTELLA Link playthrough for the PS4. If you missed the last part, I'll put a link down in the description. You can go ahead and check it out just to catch up. We're jumping into our second fight, or I guess this is our first, I'm not sure, because we just did a tutorial. So this would be our first real one. Yeah, let's just go ahead and jump into it. So Nero is saying here that the Roman Empire has arrived. That's us. We are the Empire, 3 servants and 1 non-servant. Okay, well I guess obviously our name wouldn't be voiced because we could name ourselves whatever we want. But yeah, Karuna is just like, hey, so you've arrived. What are you doing here, Karuna? So he's saying that he's just like one of the spears that will like destroy us, or that will destroy, like, you know, his master's enemies or whatever. Tamamo-chan daishoku. So she's pretty surprised here. So this is so I guess Charmone knows who Karuna is. I don't. I know he's like a character in Fate and also probably a historical figure. But I'm really bad at history and I haven't played a lot of Fate. But anyway, so he's saying like, so he's like, even though he's like sparkling or whatever, he's pitch black. Even though he's like pure white, he's dark. I don't know what that means. I don't know how you can be like white and pitch and black and stuff. But that's pretty cool. He's calling him really cool. He's really calling him cool here. Nero is kind of making fun of his lack of vocabulary. So everything is new to him. Everything's a new experience. All these sights and sounds and stuff. Alright, so I guess we'll have to, he attacked us somehow. He shot lasers out of his eyes. It sounds like he's been oracled. Whatever that means. The reading for that is orakoru. Orakuru. And the kanji is just like heavenly voice, like become one. So she's like, yeah, Oracle, that's the name of a cast that I haven't heard before. So there's also a bunch of copied servants, it looks like. So this is the strength of whatever, you know, force he's part of now. Sosha, that's us. We've been cut off, it looks like. Whatever has happened, something has happened, I guess. Okay, so Karuna's like attack, whatever that was, kind of divided up the area. Now no one is by her side. Alright, so they're gonna come for us.
まずはマスターを守るのが先か。その首預けるぞ、カルナ。待っているぞ、英雄騎士。
Alright, so this is it. This is the start of the first stage. Second stage, I don't know how they're gonna consider it. Probably 1. So if you played a Musou game before, this all should be like really familiar. I think Musou games are really fun. They're really accessible just because they're not like that hard to pick up. Okay, so the area is divided, into regions. Obviously, each of these regions are called sectors. Sectors that are controlled by the enemy will be red, and sectors that you control are going to be blue. So the idea is to take over sectors and have everything be under your command here. In order to take over a sector, you will need to defeat the aggressors that are controlling the sector. The amount of aggressors like in the area will be in your mini map. They'll also be just in this aggressor gauge, we're calling it, below the sector rank text here. But yeah, I definitely see how and why Musou games have become so popular. You can kind of just take any popular property and kind of apply it to this formula, and it works somewhat. Alright, so that if our health bar, if our gauge here, if it depletes, obviously we'll just it'll be game over for us. So protecting the master takes the #1 priority. If you are in the same sector as the master, you're getting like a supply of mana, so your active skill cooldown has like shortened. That's good to know. So I guess that means you can be a little more aggressive when you are with the master. I feel like there was like a Fist of the North Star Musou game pretty recently. I don't know how it did. It's a pretty popular property. And I think in terms of like anime properties, Fist of the North Star works really well for Musou just because of the nature of the story. It's like you're like super powerful, right? But really no, a lot of things work with it. That's probably why these games are so popular. QP is your currency, like you'll you use that to make items and to fuse and install skills and all that stuff. I'm pretty sure if you play Grand Order, I think your currency is also called QP. So that should be a pretty like familiar term for you if you are a fan of the series. Alright, I guess we'll go right here. Oh my god, so many pop-ups, so many pop-up tutorials. So there are like servant class skills, I guess, within your active skills. By using one of these skills, you can do one of these rush combos, or you can put your enemy in like rush like waiting standby status. Hitting square will let you do a rush combo. Yeah, I mean when we see it, we'll see it. The only certain skills I guess will trigger it. So for us, that'll be the one that's mapped to triangle and circle. There it is. Alright. So either active skill that was map to circle, and then we got a rush combo here. Okay, by defeating aggressors and servants, they'll drop install skills. When you pick these install skills up, it'll strengthen your character. You can equip them in my room. If you like pick up an assault skill that you already have, it'll just automatically fuse it for you. Okay, wow, okay. So many pop-ups. So just do all the missions, it basically says. So just whenever you see a mission, just do it. And it'll get you closer to clearing the stage. I'm sure all the tutorials that are popping up right now are kind of breaking up the flow of the gameplay, but once like you've seen everything there is to have to be explained, it'll probably be like really fast. So this thing is like producing shadow servants. If we can beat it, like we should like focus on beating it, otherwise it'll just continue to make servants. So this floating thing here. Ah, Jesus. Oh shit. So this is Drake. So she's like, oh, long time no see, princesses, and one new face. I guess I have to, you know, greet you. So this is Francis Drake. She's gonna take everything from us, apparently. So pirates, the trademark of a pirate is backstabbing and doing stuff in the dark, sneak attacks. So I was talking over his line, but the first thing he says to her is like he calls her like a deca pirate, which is like a big booby pirate. That's really what it says. Like the game had this character call her a big boob pirate, like big booby deca. It sounds like a weird, cute name to it. Alright, so we have to go and like defeat Francis Drake wherever she is. That'll be on the map. Looks like she's on the bottom right. Alright, yeah, so by looking at the map you can actually see the direction of where enemies are headed, so you can use that to kind of plan ahead. It looks like there's like a barrier or something down there.
俺は高みの見物としゃれ込みますか。よーし、ここは攻めていくか。ガンガンやろうぜ。
Alright, so this guy is like blocking the way, obviously. It's like a barricade or whatever. Yeah, so by beating him, we'll unlock the sector. Makes sense. I mean, I appreciate the game holding my hand and being really nice with tutorials and stuff. But I probably could have figured it out myself. I think part of the reason why like musou games are so popular is that they make you feel really powerful. Like you're just like one person beating the shit out of hundreds of characters, of enemies. And the skills are super flashy. The gameplay speed is kind of fast. You know, you're moving from area to area pretty quickly. So you feel pretty good. And people like feeling good, so I guess that's why they make more of them. Alright, you know what? That's probably a good place to take a break. We'll be back. Obviously, I'm not going to leave you hanging in the middle of a mission, but once we jump into the next part, we'll be taking on Francis Drake and whoever else shows up. So if you don't want to miss that, keep an eye on the channel. We'll be up pretty soon. In the meantime, I guess you can let me know what you thought. You can leave a comment down below. You can follow me on Twitter. You'll find a link to my profile in the description. You can head on over to the channel and just find another video to watch. There'll be a ton of stuff like this, other JRPGs, whatever. But as always, thank you so much for watching. I'll see you again. Take care.